Today, I am making the juiciest, most mouth-watering smash burger that will rival those from any restaurant. Can you hear that sizzle? Well, we are in for a treat today. They are juicy, they are hot, they are messy, they are cheesy, and they are smothered with all the fixins, including a special sauce. You can now satisfy your fast food cravings right at home. So grab your buns and let's get cooking. Picture this, a thin beef patty smashed onto a hot griddle, sizzling and browning to perfection. What's the secret? Smashing down on that burger within the first 30 seconds ensures maximum juiciness and a flavorful, well-browned crust. And the best part, they cook in just a few minutes on each side, sealing in all the delicious juices. That's why smash burgers are taking the burger world by storm. They're quick, juicy, and bursting with flavor. Now, before we get started, let's talk about some common mistakes people make when cooking smash burgers. Number one, they choose the wrong meat. I like to use chuck, which is an 80-20 blend, because I want some fat content in these burgers. I want them juicy, not dry. Second, I like to use fresh ground over frozen ground beef. Fresh is it just tastes better, has a better flavor. Thirdly, I like to use my beef right out of the refrigerator. I like it cold. This does not have to come to room temperature like a lot of other cuts of meat. Cold temperatures help keep the meat's fat intact. And in turn, that helps keep the burger juicy while cooking. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty of creating this epic smash burger. Let me start by making the burger seasoning blend. I'm going to use 1 1/2 teaspoons of sea salt, 1 teaspoon ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, and 1/2 teaspoon of brown sugar. Now just grab a whisk, give it a quick stir, get all those spices mixed together. And you probably won't use all of this, but I like to put my seasoned blend in a shaker jar. That way when I'm working over that hot grill, I can shake it on liberally because we're going to put a generous amount, and it's nice to have it in a shaker jar where you can get it on there quickly. Now let's form our ground beef. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I like to use the 80-20 blend so they'll be good and juicy. Divide your meat into equal portions, then cover them up, put it in the refrigerator. I want them cold when they hit that hot grill. Moving right along, let's make this special sauce, which just might be the best part of these burgers. I'm going to use a 1/2 cup mayonnaise, and I like Blue Plate, a 1/4 cup barbecue sauce. I had Sunny's on hand, so Sunny's it is. A 1/2 teaspoon of granulated sugar, 1/4 teaspoon onion powder, 1/8 teaspoon ground black pepper, 1/8 teaspoon smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon parsley, 2 tablespoons of sweet relish, which I made at home, and 1 tablespoon of grated red onion. Now just mix this together well and store it in the fridge with your other toppings until your burgers are ready. Now just a note, this sauce gets better as it sits, so feel free to make it the day before. Now, before I start cooking my burgers, I'm going to lay out all of my restaurant-style toppings, including my toasted buns. You're also going to want to have your spatula, parchment paper, and a burger press ready to go. Okay, I'm outside now, and I've got my griddle hot, hot, hot. Can you see it smoking? Now, we are ready to make some smash burgers. Put a ground beef ball on the hot griddle. I'm using one in this example. Apply the parchment paper and press down for about 10 seconds. Really press it into the grill. I try to get mine no more than 1/4 inch thick. Remove your parchment paper and give it a generous amount of seasoning blend because we're only going to apply it to one side. Now, when you see the edges start to crisp up and the juices are flowing, you're ready to flip. Once flipped, place your cheese on top immediately. It'll start melting almost instantly. Stack the 2 burgers and place them directly on your toasted bun. Now just accessorize this burger to your liking. I've got American cheese melted on the 2 burgers. I've got white sweet onions that I grew in the garden. I've got some very ripe tomatoes that I grew in the garden. There's something about a homegrown tomato versus a grocery store tomato. And I always like a little salt and pepper on my tomato. What else do I have? I have dill pickles. I have shredded lettuce. Oh, and look at here. Here's the special secret sauce. I drizzled some on my burger and I just really slathered it on my top bun. Watch what happens. Here we go. Putting it on the top bun. Watch this. Oh, look at it dripping. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is just flavor all the way through the burger. I have to say that special sauce, it really puts it over the top. So, just to recap, to make the best smash burger, use fresh ground beef and achieve that perfect amount of crispy edges. Now, isn't that simple? Now, it's your turn. I want to see your epic smash burger creation that you made at home. Be sure to share them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tasty recipes. Thank you for watching, and happy burger making, and I'll talk to y'all later.